Well, what's up, you guys? I'm gonna go explain something a little bit kind of different. A lot of you guys might like OBS trucks, and I got one. And here's the things I gotta tell you guys about owning OBS trucks or owning old trucks, of which are old vehicles in general. I'm gonna talk about the good things. I'm gonna talk about some things you should probably look out for. Whenever you get an older vehicle, they can be cheaper, and sometimes they don't perform like they used to. Vehicles with a lot of miles on them, they don't run like they used to, and it's the whole purpose of an antique title. You know, you can have these vehicles for a certain extent, and I really would say a lot of mechanical stuff is actually good to have. And the thing about it is just, don't get me wrong about this. There's like certain kind of tools you guys might need at times and all, and it's good to learn how to work on stuff yourself. And the whole other thing about why, like, whenever you guys probably notice, whenever I lost my road truck, and that was a few years ago, and I can tell you guys a lot of times it's like these old vehicles are like they're really sentimental. I really would just say it's not something you want to drive every day, drive a far distance, drive all over the place and stuff and things and all that. And a lot of times here's the thing about them. Whenever you get rid of them, you rather make sure they're getting well kept in a good home. Somebody's not going to abuse a vehicle. Somebody's not going to dog it and not really probably respect the vehicle. It's like my vehicle actually bought might have a dent up in it. A lot of stuff I actually plan on doing is going to take me a while to do. And I feel like this. A lot of people can end up saying, "Hey, I have a crap ton of bucks." And the thing about it is just to me, I don't have sponsorships. I don't have anybody sponsor me. You can work a regular job and things and all that. And a lot of people always want older vehicles to drive as daily drivers. The thing about when I had the Fox Body Mustang for being a 91-year-old vehicle, here's something about that vehicle. It didn't have a lot of power. It was great on fuel. And it was a pushrod motor for a four-cylinder. A lot better than that daggone Nissan I had. I can say this as an example. Whenever I look at spending a lot of money for a car, I don't even know what the heck's wrong with it. I don't even know what this and that stuff and things, and something newer takes a lot of times, a lot of headache just to deal with and all that. And also, most people really complain about most vehicles in general and all. And don't get wrong about this. A lot of you guys are probably Ford Cam 1 fans. I created that channel. The whole reason why I created that channel was because of, my grandfather retired from Ford. And it's something that's really big. And here's the other part of this I'm really about to say, with the cons about driving older stuff. Some people can't drive them very far. Some of them can leak oil. Some of them you're going to have to throw a little bit of money at them. And here's the other thing about it. Your radiator could look like chocolate milk up in there, meaning about like rust or something in it that's not very good. And then with that, you might have to replace your thermostat. You'd end up having somebody else to work on your stuff and spend a crap ton of money. And there are some things that you guys probably don't ever know about, but once you get into some of these things, here's one thing about you guys got to watch out for. A lot of people part out older vehicles, which I hate this stuff and things, and don't get me wrong about it. Sometimes people part out good vehicles that run and drive great and don't need a lot of stuff, just to go ahead and have them just to run. And the fact that whenever I was at a gas station and this guy had to end up giving me a jump, this guy jumped it as soon as I bought the truck. Had some kind of battery charger, and the thing about it, he didn't have a big enough battery charger. It's like, it actually did work, the one he had. The next thing you know, I went to a gas station, drove way up over there because I was kind of low on fuel, wasn't that far away. Drove up over there, filled my truck up, and the thing about it, something wasn't working very great. Was the gas cap. I used the second tank, which was very handy. And with all this stuff and things, like being jumped off by V8 and stuff and things, I really hate the fact that new vehicles are all about horsepower and all this crap and stuff and things. And don't get me wrong about it. It takes so much stuff just to operate a stupid daggone battery. You know, as much as I had that experience and all that, and being jumped off by another half ton, a little bit newer, but he had a little bit more power. And the fact that whenever I had the Nissan, I tried to jump off a F250. It didn't have enough power to go ahead and jump that thing. You know what all happened from there? It was not really functioning, not really working. You try and put a small battery up in a big truck. Doesn't matter what age or shape it is or anything. I mean, not the age, the age or what size the motor is. Don't ever put a small battery on a V8 motor, because of these small batteries and all that are not enough energy for them to run. They had to take bigger batteries. As much as I look at that, as much as it takes me a lot of time to make some really good videos. And the thing about this, I don't like making videos and sound like I'm really uneducated and don't know what the heck I'm talking about or anything. As much as I look at other products, look at a lot of brands and stuff and things and all, don't get me wrong about this. And here's something about what I do myself. Sometimes I can work on some things and sometimes I don't work on some things. But here's the thing about it. I don't like making up fake stories. I don't like sitting up on YouTube, sitting around lying or anything and all. But here's the important thing I really would say. Whenever you buy a vehicle, make sure you can get to and from point A and stuff and things. And also, do your maintenance. If you're not really sure about the spark plugs, have a mechanic look at them. But if you don't really know what the heck you're doing with them, it's not worth doing stuff that causes a lot of problems. And sometimes some owners and things are really funny about how they tell you they've done some things. They don't ever have paperwork. But the thing about it, they could just be sitting there lying. But I really would just say, if anything, you guys be honest, be good to your vehicles, take care of them, they'll be good to you, and that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, that's about it. Peace.